Hey everybody, welcome back to Louisiana Homestead. Y'all, we recently did a video. I don't know exactly what we called it, but it had something to do with smoking meat, cold smoking meat in our smokehouse, maybe how to cold smoke it. And we've got one of our faithful viewers, Mr. Michael Mosley, or Mosley. I say Mosley, y'all correct me, Mr. Mike, if I got that wrong. He wanted to know what this barrel contraption was we had on our cold smoker, and we decided to do a video to answer that question and show y'all what we got going on with that. It's kind of a prototype that I came up with, and we'll kind of give you the background on that. Me and Miss KK, and we'll go show y'all. You guys will have to bear with me because this is like I said, it's a prototype. That's what I wanted to say. You guys will be the first ones to see how this thing works, or how it was meant to work, and check the progress on it. I'm probably saying that all wrong, but Mr. Mosley was asking about this barrel right here. Let me move this. I'll show you what I mean. So he's asking what this is for. And in short, that is a smoke cleaner. You ever seen somebody smoke meat and they get ashes and soot all over the meat because the stuff that comes from the fire gets all over the meat? Well, that's part of the idea of cold smoking from my way of thinking. It kind of stops that from happening. But what we used to do is I used to take this old barbecue pit, and I still do it from time to time, and I'd make a fire in it, and then I could wheel it into the smokehouse. You sure that's picking up the audio? I'd wheel that into the smokehouse, and it was kind of neat because I use this when I set to bring my meat in and out, and I can set my big bowl or container down with my meat. But I used to wheel this into the smokehouse, and it was kind of neat because you didn't have no smoke bothering you. And we've got some other videos, you'll probably see me doing that. I'd wheel it in there with the smoke, with the fire going in it. And two things was happening with that. Even if you had this thing partly open, if you close it all the way, you'd smother your fire out a lot. But if you opened it, you got all this soot and stuff that comes out, okay? That'll hit your meat and you'll have soot and ashes on your meat. But it still worked good, and it didn't hardly send up too much because we closed that pretty good. But the other problem you might encounter is I got to where I was thinking about maybe wanting to hang up meat for a week or two whenever you got cold, and you could leave it smoking for a longer time and not have to worry about it. You could store it semi-indefinitely. But you can't do that if you're doing this, because this gets real hot. This, I guess you call that hot smoking it. This would get real hot and heat up your meat and cook it if you left it in there with a fire going for, you know, whatever, 2 days or a day and a night or whatever. So I said I need to figure out a way to cold smoke stuff where you could hang it up a long time if you wanted to. And I think the old timers, I think your daddy used to do that too. They would dig a hole away from the smokehouse, and they would dig a trench going to the smokehouse and going under the smokehouse, and then they would make a big fire over here, and then they lay some tin or something, sheet metal, on top of that trench, and that smoke would go under there.
Yeah,
and they would cold smoke it that way. But here it's hard to do that, because if I dig a hole to build a fire or dig a trench, it's going to fill it full of water and be full of mud.
Yeah.
So I said there's got to be a way to get some smoke to this smokehouse, cold smoking it where I could leave my stuff and not have these ashes and stuff. Well, the answer to cold smoking, I said, well, if I had this old heater, wasn't using for nothing. I wanted to get as low as I could, so I took the legs off of the heater and got it low to the ground. But that still puts me, because I got this elbow comes up, that still puts me the height of the heater plus this, I'm still this high. Whatever that is, that's 2.5 feet, you know, something like that. And the thing is, if I'm high up in the air, I guess I'm not explaining that right either, but if I just put a straight pipe and then the higher I am, the lower I am, with like the old trench style that I was talking about. If you real low, then the ashes and soot that's going through there has time to settle down. That was my way of thinking. So the lower you are, the better, and the longer away you are. But I didn't want to have something far away. But if I'm still 2.5 feet high here, and if I put a straight pipe, my way of thinking, I'm still going to be sending. I mean, that fire's got to burn. And that soot and ashes go somewhere. We know that. Y'all can see where we clean the heater pipes on another video that we've done before. So I started thinking, what's a way to intercept that smoke, that soot and ashes and tar that's going to be going straight with a straight pipe. And so this is like you got straight pipes on a vehicle. And then you put a muffler. This is the muffler. This is the soot and ash catcher cleaner, if you want to call it that. This is the smoke cleaner or smoke clean-upper. Right. Cleaner up. So everybody that's watching this video, y'all will be the first ones to see how much soot and ashes that it intercepted. Because this is a prototype. Remember, I didn't. I never seen this done before, and I just thought that this will work, and it looks like it's been working because our meat has been coming out clean. We can leave it for days and nights, and the meat comes out clean, and it don't have all that black soot and tar and ashes on it. So what I did, the bottom of this barrel is cut out, so there's nothing at the bottom. That way I can clean it every once in a while. The idea was smoke, soot, ashes, everything got to come through here. Come to the side, baby. And you'll see, I was gonna put 2 barrels, and we still might, who knows. But the idea was the smoke is high, it wants to rise, but it gets here, it can't get out, and I put the second pipe that goes into the smokehouse lower, so that the soot, ashes, and smoke comes in here and boils around. The ashes and soot settle to the ground, and then clean smoke can come out here and cold smoky meat without getting all the soot and ashes on it. So this should be some soot and ashes on the ground. That's how I designed it. Okay, and we're gonna get to see what it looks like. This is the first time I ever look under it. We probably smoked, I don't know, 5 or 6 times. I don't know. Yeah, something maybe. Like that. Another idea I had, if you really want to have super clean smoke, do 2 of these. Yeah. Make your pipe longer and put another barrel, and it'll catch the first round of soot and ashes. I kind of got the idea with my water barrel system. We have screens and filters on the pipes and where the water flows into the pipe going into that water barrel system. But we never really planned, I didn't really plan on getting too much drinking water out of the first barrel, because my way of thinking, I was thinking a lot of, if you had any sediment or dirt or dust, it would settle in that first barrel. And it's kind of the same concept that I came up with here. And we can do another video on the barrels another time, too. So I've got this, there's no magic to this. I used whatever tools I had. I had a wire wheel cutter and maybe a chisel, and marked out my 6-inch hole, because it's a 6-inch pipe, and it's just sticking in there. So I'm gonna force it out like this. Get it out the way. Now look at this. You see all that? All that would be flowing and getting on your meat. Yeah. But so a lot of it just through this section. I need to put some little things here to catch this water. Got a pretty good ant pile under there. It's okay. Ant pile. And it's got some black stuff in there too. It caught. Yeah. I didn't finish cutting the barrel out all the way, but you can look in there and see,
yeah, I see
the barrel. Look at that. It's
Let's see if I can get in here.
It went high instead of low. It didn't just settle on the ground. It
Oh yeah,
the
see,
barrel
all
is
on the
coated.
top,
Yeah, the barrel
it's
is
well
coated
coated with tar.
So that catches.
It did catch a whole lot. Help me up.
That's right. So,
and let's look inside there and see how black it looks. I bet it don't look black in there like it does.
well,
in that
before we
barrel.
look, you got to remember this. I used this for a year or two first. I used that right there before I started using this. So you can think of this.
That's true.
Mr. Mike Mosley, you can think of this as your smoke cleaner upper or your
Like
smoke filter
filter.
system. It's a
Yeah.
filter. That's what it's for. And that was the prototype. I threw this together one afternoon in probably an hour or less after I came up with the idea, and I said I want to try it, and I put the meat on and it worked.
Yeah, what took the longest probably was to cut the barrel the way you wanted it.
Right. Because I didn't have the right tools when I did that.
Exactly.
So yeah, I don't know if the light did it any justice, but I mean, look at the black in there.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's bad. It's black.
Oh,
Tar.
yeah.
It's like
I can see it
like
in the
tar.
camera. I sure could.
And look at the walls here.
They not black.
No, the black that you see is where the smoke pipe of my
when we
my
use the
hot
barbecue
cooker.
pit.
That's right.
In here.
That's
yeah.
right. And you can see
Better
where
feel
some
good.
of that's dripped. Y'all gotta pardon us. It's very muddy around here right now.
Yeah, we
from
had a
that
lot
snow,
of rain and
and snow that melted. It's horrible.
After the snow, we had a lot of rain.
It's water that's set up everywhere. So I'll fix all that back.
But that should answer the question.
Watch how simple it is. We'll fix it back.
Okay.
Whoops. Got it backwards. I'm out here in the wrong shoes. I got my
Yeah.
tennis shoes on.
Operating in the mud in tennis shoes.
Now, it's a learning curve. That's the first time I took it apart. I hope that answered the question. That barrel on that coal smoking contraption is a smoke filter. I guess that's the best way to say it. All right, y'all. Y'all like this video, y'all give us a thumbs up. What you think, Miss Kay?
Yep. Thank y'all for watching. Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.